Hello. It's been quite some time, but I'm glad to be back and I hope you're well. And you may have wondered, especially if you're someone who listens to the podcast or watches some of my videos, where I've gone. And I just left. I took 3 months off, unplanned, honestly, because I just did not know what I was doing with my life. I was 23 years old at the time, had no prospects of how the future was going to go, and was feeling very discouraged because there's things that I had admirations and really had my heart set on to do, but it just in that season of my life, my life was not heading in that direction, and I just did not know how to use my time wisely and do the things that God was calling me to do. And I think as I've taken time back, away from posting, I've not only started a business, but I also am gaining more direction in my life. I'm 24 right now and I still don't have it all figured out, but God has given me grace to give me a, a compass as to where I'm going and what direction to be pointed in. And I think many people feel this way where they just feel like they don't fit in. Like a lot of the things that God is doing in their heart is just doesn't match up with the way of the world and what the world is doing. And I just want to talk to you and speak to you and say you are seen. And I know it's so hard, like it really is, because you're doing a lot of things, but in the world's eyes, it's just not enough. You're not making enough money, you're not doing all the things, it's just not enough. And I'm learning to just head in the directions in which God is calling me to and do that with all my heart. Because if I'm being obedient to God, that is the most important thing that I can do. And it's hard because you may have family members who love you so much, but they ask you questions on where you're heading, where are you doing, what are you doing with your life? And sometimes you just don't have an answer. You're just walking in the faith that God has given you and taking steps and being obedient to the directions in which He has revealed to you. And if you're someone like me, I have grown so much in love with this idea of living generationally, living and building a life not just for myself, but for the next generations. And God has blessed me and answered my prayers of giving me direction on what that looks like. And I actually found a community which I'm so excited to one day be a part of and be rooted in because they give the structure of the life in which God is calling me to live. And I think a lot of people are longing for. They see community in such a different way than what the world will see, or even the church will see. Many people who are Christians and who attend church on Sundays just see it as a one time thing and that's it. They believe that God just wants that part of their lives and they have the rest of their life to do what they want. And I just don't think that's how it is. God wants every area of our life. He wants it to be in unity to his design and with the whole body. And I believe this community is doing this so beautifully. And I'm so excited to see where God is going to lead me in the next couple of years or even the next couple of months. And I still don't have the way forward. Like I said, I started a business and trying to find the way forward and just taking the steps that God has given me because I know He sees my steps of faith. And I want to encourage you who also feels this way that God sees you. And as long as you're walking in obedience to Him, that is the most important thing. And I just want to encourage you with that. And hopefully, I'll have more videos out talking about the different changes that God has made in my life. And I'm excited to invite you into this journey and to share more about living generationally and hopefully more homesteading content. Even though I don't own a homestead, I don't have land, I still live at home with my mom. But I think we can start being obedient in the places which God has called us to in the current season. And as we continue growing and doing different things, we can start heading in a direction that He is calling us to. Um, yeah, but I hope you're encouraged by that. And also, if you're interested, I'm gonna link my new business that I started in my bio. I make handmade soap, some towel bombs, and some other goodies as well too that I make all here at my home. And this is just my seeds of faithfulness as God has called me into this direction And I hope that you continue to be obedient to the direction in which God has called you to, because it's going to be worth it, especially as you look back and see his faithfulness. So continue on. And I hope you enjoy this video and that you have a good rest of your day. Live with legacy, leading to the future.